the savage nation still functioning in the bunker with bombs bursting overhead. The rockets are incoming. Every day a new surprise from the new Germany called England. Today is no different. First, I was banned from traveling to that once great nation, the land of the Magna Carta. And then the Cambridge Debating Society invited me to speak via video link. And today I was shocked to learn that they canceled it owing to legal concerns, legal issues with Dr. Savage. They have canceled the entire debate in Cambridge, England. Ladies and gentlemen, we are living in very dangerous times. The strings are being pulled from Washington as sure as I am standing here. But I have to ask you a question. The question I ask you is this. What is it that I say that is so threatening to a socialist government? What is it that I stand for that would have a once free people permit a group of pill-popping laborites ban free speech in their own nation? Who is it who controls England? And we have to ask ourselves, who is it who controls America? Very shortly, I'll read you the letter that came to us early this morning from the Cambridge Debating Society, the Cambridge Union Society. Remember, this was a place where Winston Churchill debated, Ronald Reagan was invited to debate, Theodore Roosevelt, Henry Kissinger. So this was to be the greatest honor of my life and also an opportunity to set the record straight, in essence, to defend myself. In essence, to defend myself. To be put on a list with murderers and terrorists is amazing. Since I have never provoked violence, never been arrested, never had a charge brought against me in a court of law, I thought this would be an opportunity to speak amongst the free-minded people of Britain. But apparently the government of Britain has slammed down on the students of Cambridge and said, if you want your funding, you will not have Michael Savage speak. Now, what is it that I threaten so much? It's unbelievable to me. Who am I threatening? To whom am I a threat? What in my message threatens the West? Now, you would expect this kind of behavior in North Korea. You'd expect it in Cuba, Venezuela. You'd expect it in Syria, Iran. You'd expect it in other despotic nations. Would you have expected Cambridge to have canceled the debate owing to so-called numerous legal issues with Dr. Savage? Now, of course, they also say there were technical, financial, and legal problems, which is rubbish because they have had others debate via video link before. There are no financial problems because the hookup costs next to nothing. It's all legal. Shortly, I'll read you the letter that we got this morning from the president of the Cambridge Union Society, and you'll come to judge for yourself whether England is still a free society or if it's controlled by Muslim terrorists in their midst. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you expect me to start mincing my words right now, you better tune into Fox News because I am not the leprechaun. And frankly, I got to tell you, I have never seen anything like this in my life. We are losing our freedoms moment by moment. Many of you think this is a stunt. Many of you think it's a joke. What you don't know is that the fight for free speech and how I, Michael Savage, am standing firm against an entire government to free my name from a list of murderers and terrorists is your fight as well. If you don't understand that the current political crisis is worldwide, if you don't understand that the cover-ups that are running rampant in international politics are affecting everything that you do, if you do not understand that the censorship is being used by the Marxist regimes in power and the nascent Marxist regime in the United States of America, if you don't see the dangerous trend of globalism that continues to sideline the vox populi in favor of dictatorship, you see nothing. And that's why I say to you, I was shocked this morning when I learned that not only have I physically been banned from attending the debate in person, meaning going to Britain, do you realize that I, as an American citizen, have had my right of free travel infringed upon? And Hillary Clinton has an obligation to defend my right of free travel, and she's done nothing? Do you realize what is at stake for you? Do you? Well, using historical perspective, Dr. Savage will remind you both of our recent and distant pasts, and I'll draw comparisons with Nazi Germany and the Soviet Union, Castro's Cuba, and how these failed and murderous aspirations began exactly how we in America are beginning today under Obama. Now, I can't say that it was Obama's minions who had me banned in Britain in May of this year. I can't say that at all. But I can't say it was not Obama. I can't say it was the Bush administration punishing me for organizing millions of you to send emails to stop the Dubai port steal or to stop the granting of amnesty to illegal aliens, 2 victories of the savage nation. I cannot say that with any certainty, but I cannot say with any certainty that it was not payback for having stood in the way of the globalists, both in the Democrat and Republican Party. Cannot say that. I can say with certainty that Nancy Pelosi, Speaker of the U.S. House, has been quoted on this issue, and here's what she said. Conservative radio is a huge threat and political advantage for Republicans, and we have had to find a way to limit it. First, they came for Michael Savage, and you did not defend me. And when they come for the leprechaun, when they come for the wallbanger, when they come for the golfer, there will be no one left to defend them because they did not speak up for Michael Savage. History, my friends, is repeating itself. You don't understand it because you're not under fire. You think it's a joke. If you think this is a joke, then you're a fool. You are a fool if you think this is a joke. This is no joke. This is as serious as it gets. And if you think that this is the last, you are mistaken. This is only the beginning of the end, not the end of the beginning. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the fact that on May 5th, 2009, I woke up to find out I had been banned from traveling to a land I had loved all my life, Britain. Banned by a labor socialist government run by a pill-popping lunatic. But I was shocked when that happened because I've never been in a court of law other than for a traffic ticket. I said, how could they link me up with murderers, including a Hamas murderer who was in jail for 10 years in Israel for having shot 2 parents to death after breaking into their homes with his Palestinian terrorists, and then finding their 4-year-old baby, a Jewish baby, hidden in an attic, a crawl space. He ripped the baby out of the attic, and he smashed her head in with a rifle butt. He's on the same list as a talk show host in the United States of America. And by the way, not one Jewish group has come out in my favor. So if you think this is about religion, you are wrong. If you think that I am speaking for nations or speaking for a particular religion, you are wrong. I am speaking for the First Amendment to the United States Constitution, something that is anathema to Charles Schumer, something that is anathema to the Obama administration. These very people who claim to be constitutional scholars are trying to destroy the U.S. Constitution as we speak. So I am the scapegoat of the day. Somehow the Gordon Brown administration was terrified. They grabbed their petticoats and screamed, please keep him out of the country. Don't even let that man in by videotape. Why, Mr. Brown? What is it that you fear so much? What exactly is it? Did you fear that I would be seen for who I am? And you'd be seen for the pill-popping lunatic that you are? After all, you're only a politician, Brown. And let me tell you something. You will soon be out of office. You are already a laughingstock in your own nation. So what is it that you feared, Mr. Brown? Isn't free and open debate the essence of democracy? Isn't free and open debate the essence of all of our national pride? Isn't free and open debate and freedom of the press exactly what America is about? And yet we have a land like England saying, no, you can't come into the country. And even though the Cambridge Union invited you to debate, no, we're canceling the entire debate. And, you know, I have a question for you. I'm banned from Britain. A video link to hear me speak is banned from Britain. Do you think the British government will next ban my book from crossing international borders because it is so dangerous? Beating the liberal blacklist, is that what they're going to do next? Are we going to witness Fahrenheit 451 where books are burned at Southampton Dock as they arrive? All done politely, of course, because as you do know, the jackbooted thugs are no more in Britain. There are no jackbooted thugs wearing armbands. They would do it politely and say, sorry, sir, but that book is a bit much for us. We're not allowed to let you have it. It's a bit much for the people. Go on your way now. We want our girls to be lying naked after a good night out in the street with their skirts up, you see. And we like our hooligans good and drunk so that we can manipulate them. This is what England has become. A nation where the birth rate is plummeted, where the girls are seen drunk with their legs splayed open in the morning on Sunday morning outside a bar, and the boys are seen puking on car fenders. This is the England that gave the world a Magna Carta. I'm heard on almost 400 stations, 10 million listeners, and I'm going to tell you right now, all of you are in danger of losing your freedom of speech. If they take me down, they're going to take you down. How you don't understand that, I'll never understand. You know, when this first happened, the ACLU came out on my side. I've never heard from them since. Where is the ACLU now that we need them? The answer is they're busy seeing if they can undermine your right to live.
Savage.